I'll give you an incident of 1923 in Baba's life when he went alone, leaving all the mandali. From the very beginning, we were ordered by Baba that you should not leave me. You should not leave me. You should not leave my presence. And you should follow me wherever I go. At the same time, now another thing. Well, say this is an order in the morning. In the evening he says something else. That means this second order is in force. The first one is obliterated. Even then there were, what should I say? We just could not translate which to obey. The one given this minute or the one given 12 hours ahead, 12 hours before. Well, we were in a dilemma. It was our training time. We made mistakes. We still made mistakes. But these mistakes or these orders were by Baba, I think, deliberately to give us the training. That was our training period. How should we follow the master? Now, supposing in the morning Baba said, Padri, you don't eat anything today. All right, that's that. I don't question it. In the evening, all of a sudden, he says, Padri, go and have your dinner. Now, what do I do? If I try to remind him that you have told me not to eat, I get a rap. And if I straight away go to the dinner table, I also get a rap again. He would say, why did you not tell me? Why did you not remind me? So we come in such tight circumstances. But then, the point is, in the evening he said, all right, have your dinner. I go to dinner, no arguments. No arguments at all. Unless there was a strict, so to say, strict word with it, that if I forget that I have given you the order not to eat, you got to remind me when I tell you to go and eat. Only then we would remind Baba about it. The orders being that you should follow me wherever I go. So when he got out to go someplace, we would all just follow him like a flock of sheep. And if he told us to get back, we were just stuck. What should we do? Should we obey this order now, the freshest order now, to go back, or should we obey the order to follow him? Such were his orders. But there, as I said, these are pre-training periods, and we came through with it. In like manner, once Baba wanted to go to, once started to go to Sakori. It was sundown time, lighting time, and he said all of a sudden, in Manzili Meem, he said that I am going to Sakori. You people stay here in Manzili Meem. Baba left the bungalow and we all started following him. A little distance we went, he said, go back. We just stood there. He said, go back. All right, we came back. Not knowing which order to obey. The first one, to follow him wherever he went, or to go back. All right, we went back. That's not the point. So, during one of his tours, I was not there then, but I have got a memento of that particular tour of Baba, and that's the railway ticket, the only railway ticket. Here we were staying in Meherabad in the post office, probably 1923 or 1924, I forget the year. But Baba went on tour with certain people, and on the way he leaves them all and goes alone. He was talking then. And in the year 1922, he started growing hair, so his hair were long. He had a coat, chappals in his feet, and a pajama. That was his dress, just a simple Indian dress. He left the mandali, he told them to go away, and he went on his own. And on one of the stations to catch a train, he was detained, and he was sitting on his bedroll. The station was Itarsi. A station on the then GIP railway. Baba was sitting on his bedroll. A couple of ticket collectors passed by, think him to be a scamp. They start talking in English. One tells the other, he says, this man looks like a sadhu or a scamp, and I can assure you this man has got no ticket. The other man says, yeah, I think so. This man also looks like that. So they talk to him in Hindi. He says, hey, mister, where is your ticket? Baba just flares up in beautiful English and he tells them that he is no scamp. He is a regular passenger. And do you want to see the ticket? Well, mister, here is my ticket, and don't call me a scamp. I am no, they call him a ruffian. Right. This man looks like a ruffian to me, and he must be traveling without ticket. Baba says, I am no ruffian. I got my ticket. Are you satisfied? Well, they look at the ticket and go back. Baba comes back to Meherabad and he just narrates the whole incident. And even he shows the ticket. Then after that on the station, some other people join him and they all come back and Baba just narrates the whole incident. And that ticket is thrown away. I grab it and I've still got it. That ticket of Baba. Someplace to Itarsi, I forget now where it is, but Itarsi is there and this incident happened at Itarsi. So, it was a dilemma indeed, a dilemma with us, what to do, which order to follow. I'll give you the story of Kaka's cousin. I'm sorry, not Kaka's cousin, Masaji's cousin, Pendu's father's cousin, who dabbled in half-baked yoga and came to trouble, landed himself in such a trouble that he wanted to commit suicide. He did not have any escape from that. Formerly, when Baba came down here, he used to retire up on the hill or in his room down below, which we call Jhopdi. And he used to give audience in the old building. There was only the old building there. And whosoever came to Baba, one of the mandali always approached that man. And Adi was doing that job then. He would talk to that stranger listen to his story, relay to Baba, and if Baba showed a desire to see him, he would be called. So one night at about 9 o'clock in the evening, at 9 o'clock at night, an Irani chap, Masaji's cousin, turns up, and it comes to Meherabad. So he is welcome here. Albi goes and talks to him, and he unfolds his own story. He says, I must see Baba. I must. It's a question of my life or death. Adi assured him, Adi pacified him, go to bed now, sleep. Baba will come tomorrow morning, and I'll see if he will give you audience. He says, my friend, I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep at night. I have got no rest during the day. 24 hours of the day, I am absolutely restless. That's why I come for succor to Baba. He says, never mind. Never mind, you have already come here. Let Baba come tomorrow. Talk to him and see. When Baba comes the next morning, he just takes the note of everybody, he asks about the jobs as usual. Then he asks, has anybody come? Adi gives the information that such and such a man has come, and Irani has come. And he is in agony and he wants to see you, and he is absolutely restless. Baba says, all right, let him come. He comes to Baba, bows down, and Baba says, although now look, Baba asks him a question. What have you got? What is it that you want to tell me? As if he did not know. That's the point, remember that. He always used to make the sufferer talk in his own tongue. So he said, now go on. Go on, you tell me, what are you suffering from? So from the very beginning that man starts, and he says that he started occult study. He was taught something by a half-baked guru. And during his progression, he started seeing some very hideous forms which would not let him rest during day or let him sleep during night. He just could not escape them. His guru being half-baked, he could not save him either. That's what comes of following a master who is half-baked. You need a perfect master. Anyway, his guru could not help him. Neither he could get succor from anybody else. What happens? He has no rest. No rest 24 hours of the day to the second. He becomes desperate. He goes to some people for succor. No succor, no relief coming. So he becomes desperate, and he thinks that the only succor is suicide. I've got to die. Then this hideous thing will relieve me. Somehow or other he comes to know about Baba. He says, I will have a last try. And he comes here. He told all this story to Baba. And he says, Baba, please help me. Please help me. Help me, relieve me of all this. Baba asks him, what is it? What have you got? What's your difficulty? That man who dabbled in occult yogism explains. And he says that, Baba, If I don't get succored here, the only remedy for me is suicide. Baba consoles him. He says, don't worry. Just don't worry. Try to go and get some sleep. He tells him to go away. That man goes away. He just lies down on the bed, and after a number of days he gets some sleep. So he gets the succor. He is relieved. Then Baba must have told him probably to give it up. He never. Here later on I had a talk with him. And he told me, Padri, I was so desperate that I thought the only relief would be death, and that too by suicide. It was my lucky stars that I came across Baba, and Baba relieved me of all this calamity. Now I will never go after yoga. Then Baba also explained that these half-baked gurus, they just can't teach you more. How can he? You are taught, you have learned to a certain degree. You can't teach a man above that degree, can you? No, you can't. That's the job of a perfect master. Perfect means perfect. So these people going to these half-baked masters, they are lost. They have got to go to somebody big, somebody higher than him, for succor, for relief. And that's only where they get the relief. Even these musts, although they are on the path, mind you, not yogis, they are not following, they are not doing shadow play. They are on the path, yet they need the help of a perfect master. So you can imagine how the yogi. So Baba once enjoyed, he says, no, never run after yoga. It is awful easy if I show you a method. You can start seeing things within 1 month. It is awfully easy. It is awfully easy, but look, you fools, you have come to me to get released from bondage, not to get yourself bound. If you follow yoga, you bind yourself more. No, that's why you don't follow yoga. Get yourself released, you have got enough bondage. You have got enough bondage, millions and millions and millions of samskars. I am there to release you. Why get bound more? And what is in yoga? You see something that is transient, that is not lasting. A must see something that is lasting, although that is illusion. That is lasting. See, have the union of the beloved, and that's that. What is yoga? Yoga has no value at all. No value at all. Never try to run after yoga. He again said, if you want it, I can teach you. Just like that. But you will be bound. And I won't let you be bound. I have come to free you. I'll give you some description of the reactions I saw in the musts which Baba contacted. It's awfully difficult to explain the jubilation, the joy on seeing the beloved, yet it expresses itself. And we can see that, we could see that. I had been to Nagar. Of course, I didn't see this mast, but from the story I heard, a mast was passing by this road, and all of a sudden he turns towards the east where the bungalow is. He just circumambulates the whole bungalow and utters, "Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?" He's searching for the beloved. Of course, the beloved is sitting in the bungalow, but he hasn't come face to face. So he just circumambulates it. One of the mandali sees that, and they just pass the information to Baba that such and such a man has come here, and he's just going round and round the bungalow saying, "Where is he? Where is he?" Baba says, "Bring him here." Baba contacts him and orders one of the mandali to give him some food. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and he is given some food. But by heavens, the expression, the joy, the jubilation, the saturated jubilation in that must cannot be explained. He was just dancing. He was offered food, he sat down on the ground, but even there he was just jumping for joy. Mil gaya, I got it, I found it, I got it, I found it. He was happy, absolutely happy. The mandali were looking at him. I came later on, I heard the story, Chanji told me. He squatted on the ground, and there too he was dancing. He was absolutely happy, intensely happy. While he was eating his food, one of the stray dogs came and thrust his mouth into his food. What does he say? "Come on, you also partake of this food. Come on, come on. I'll eat on one side, you eat on the other." That's the condition of a must. A must is a must. He is ecstatic. He is ecstatic. So, the difference between the yogi and a must is this. Must ecstasy is lasting. Yogi is not lasting. Yogi is never satisfied. Plus, a must gets released in the process of his progress, whereas a yogi gets into bondage in the process of his yoga. That's why you never go the path of a yogi. Then there was another must. During the course of our travels, we were traveling by train, and Baba said that he would like to bow down to people as usual. That was the very beginning. And we had got down on some station, and we were waiting for the next train. It was a junction, and there was some time. The station had a huge waiting hall, and there were some poor people there, travelers, passengers, and whatnot. Baba took some loose money in his hand and went inside. He would just give some money in the hands of people and bow down to each and everybody. I was not allowed to go with him, but over the wall I saw what was Baba doing. And particularly one man, he was a leper, but he was a must. Soon as Baba gave him the money and touched his feet, he started singing in a beautiful voice. What does that show? He got something. He got something. He was jubilant. He was exuberant. He started singing and slapping his thighs like playing the tabla. And when I saw his face turn towards me, by heavens, his eyes were like a raw beef. His leprosy was so advanced. But in his heart of hearts and soul of souls, he was a king. He was happy, absolutely happy. About these lepers, Baba has said, they are beautiful souls in a dirty cage. Yes, the cage was dirty, but the soul was absolutely, intensely happy on having contacted the beloved. In the same manner, when we were going to Kashmir in a bus, I was the driver, and there were 13 or 14 of us. One must came in the dark bungalow in Gwalior, central India, and he started just circumambulating the bungalow. You just beat a path round about the bungalow. Baba saw him, called him, well, did what he wanted to with him. On his way, that man went. Another one, far up north, we were going through the town Aligarh, where there is that Muslim university. Since I was the driver, I could see he was coming towards us. And by heavens, I saw a mast. Well, nicely dressed, not very well, not in tatters. He had a coat, he had a trousers, all woolen coat. He had a cane under his armpit. And he was walking in such a way that he would almost graze the bus. And on the side of Baba, and the way he sighted the bus and Baba, you could see that it was a contact. We could just feel. Vishnu also saw that, and his eyes were just intoxicated. And we felt, that is, I and Vishnu in the front seat, the passengers in the rear seat could not see him. We could feel that that man deliberately came across our path to see Baba or contact Baba. Now, as I said once before, that here in India we have got a code, and it's sort of religion with us that we respect these people. So I'll go back to 1922, Manzil-e-Meem, where a man on the sly took Baba's darshan. And it was just a beautiful way he did. And we could see that Baba also deliberately put his feet in his path so that he could touch his feet. We had been to some local station about 35 miles away from Bombay, and we had boarded the train. The train was almost empty except for a few passengers. And even now that train, these Bombay local trains are corridor trains with 3 seats on one side and 2 on another. Baba had taken a three-seat bench. He leaned his head against the window and put his feet on the armrest near the gangway. We were all sitting there, just sitting there for the train to start and go to the destination. All of a sudden, just one man walks up the gangway. He is doing nothing, mind you. He just walks up the gangway, and while passing, he just touches Baba's feet and puts the hands to his heart and walks away. He doesn't halt in his movement. Then, after he has touched Baba's feet, Baba pulls his legs back. I saw the whole drama. But it seems Baba deliberately put his feet there for the benefit of that man. That man was to get the benefit of Baba's darshan. Not trying to approach him for a darshan, yet he might, thinking maybe he will not allow me to touch his feet. So he does it on the sly. But Baba gives him all the opportunity under the sun. He puts his feet at the end, at the corridor, and just passing by, he just touches the feet and goes away. He has had his share, he has taken it, he is gone. You want that? In 1922, in Manzil-e-Meem, Baba had given us a warning. and said, remember, one thing, there is a possibility of the world going against me and even my Guru Upasni Maharaj giving a bad word for me. But I am telling you, listen you, I'll say, even if the whole world goes against me and Upasni Upasni Maharaj on one side, I'll still bow down to Upasni Maharaj and I'll say that he is my Guru, he is my all in all. I will not care for the whole world slandering me. My Guru is perfect. And he is a perfect man. Until the last, I'll follow him. I'll lay down my life for him. So, I'm giving you a fair warning. You might start hearing slanderous words or bad words about me. Don't let that shake you. I'm giving you a warning. Sai Baba did the same thing about Upasni Maharaj. Some fools beat him up. But ultimately that man died died in Sakori. He repented his act. But that's the drama. That's the drama between the Guru and the disciple. You cannot say that. You cannot translate what that act is. Anyway, he had warned us. So, after this warning, we started hearing some bitter comments about Baba from Sakori, from the Mandali there. Even Upasni Maharaj started to use unbecoming words about Baba too, saying that, oh, Meherbabai has got nothing. Whatever I had given him, I have taken it back. He has got nothing, he's just nobody, he's a toddiwala, he's a so and so. No, nothing at all, he has got nothing. I have snatched away everything from him. The Mandali there believed. Well, as Baba's Mandali, MeherBaba's Mandali, we just had a hefty, very hearty laugh. It's not a thing to be given and taken back. It's for keeps. And besides, Baba had warned us. All right. Here goes the drama between father and son. Let us see what comes. So during one of such times, Baba undertook a journey from Bombay to Sakori, saying that we'll go and see, we'll have Maharaj's darshan in Sakori. All right, the Mandali went. I was out in Bombay, but I joined later on. I wasn't on foot. Baba stationed himself exactly 9 miles away in a dak bungalow. Dak bungalow is an inspection bungalow built during the British times for these travelers, what you call travelers' bungalow. And he said, now you people go and have Maharaj's darshan. Go and come back. Well, we are jubilant. We came on foot. We went there early morning. And we saw Maharaj working in a lime groove, digging the earth. We just stood at a respectable distance because the message had to be relayed to him that certain people had come to see you. And here it was from MeherBaba. MeherBaba's Mandali had come to see you. Message was relayed to him, and did Upasni Maharaj fly? He started shouting black and blue. And the purpose of it was, get out! Get out! Do you oblige me by coming on foot from Bombay? Ah? Whom do you think you are obliging? Get out of here! I don't want to see you. And tell that Merwan also to get out. I have snatched away everything from him. Get out, all of you. Well, we all started shaking in our boots, but since Baba said that take Maharaj's darshan, we didn't leave the place, we knowing fully well that he would cool down and call us. Just waited about 15 or 20 minutes, and then he waves us. All right, now we go into the lion's den, not knowing what awaits us. We were all shaking. Well, the one who was given the job to Garland's Upasni Maharaj, we in turn all bowed down to Baba, Upasni Maharaj. He was called Baba too. And we sit down. Upasni Maharaj said, Basa, sit down. He's absolutely serene. Absolutely serene, that heat all gone. So you have come from Merwan, he says. Yes, Baba. Yes, Maharaj. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? He inquires each individual. Well, each individual just tells him who he is. And very good. Where is Merwan now? He is somewhere out 9 miles. So you have been his Mandali, are you not? Yes, Maharaj. He said, don't leave him. Don't leave him. Whatever I had has been given to him. Don't leave him. Don't believe a word what the world says. He is perfect. And whatever I had, I have given it to him. He is a perfect man. You follow him, and you will never repent. Then he gave a few words of advice. He just mentioned something from mythology here and there, and he said, all right, now go. Remember the words. God will bless you. God will bless you. You follow Merwan, God will bless you. He always used to say that. God will bless you. You do this and God will bless you. He never said, I will bless you. Baba used to say, I will help you. Whereas Upasni Maharaj always said, God will help you. Meaning the same. All right, we come back. Narrate the whole incident to Baba. Baba had a hearty laugh over it. And he said, what was Maharaj doing soon as you approached him in the very beginning? We said that he was digging the earth. He said that remind me one day. Remind me. Later on I'll tell you why was he doing that. Whether on that particular day that subject came up or later on, but it did. And he said, do you know the reason why these perfect masters occupy themselves in these sort of manual job or something that is insignificant, but they keep themselves busy? There is a reason behind it. He says, I too have the same feeling. The master, the perfect master, has got to work in this illusion. And if he doesn't have any occupation, he wants to go back in his original state. So he keeps himself occupied on this gross plane with anything. It might just be talking, playing, digging, just anything to occupy himself. Very to be quiet for a little while, he would like to drop his body and merge in his own state. This is the reason why these people why these perfect masters occupy themselves with all these external attachments. It has a significance. I also would like to go and in my original state. I would just drop everything. No, but a duty is to be done. A job is to be finished. That's why the agony. That's why the agony. Job is got to be done. That's why the suffering. The suffering goes concurrently with eternal enjoyment. Well, translated, I can't. I don't know what's eternal enjoyment and eternal suffering. It sounds rather paradoxical, but it is. It is. He says, I eternally suffer and I eternally enjoy. Well, I am not cold. I don't know. I don't know the meaning of that. When anybody wants to get something out of these perfect masters or musts, you got to nurse their moods. You got to know their moods. They won't give it out any time you want it. They should be in a correct mood. So was Baba. So is Muhammad. Even now. So you got to be careful what you are talking about. We never used to question Baba. At the same time, we did put in a question or two, seeing his mood. The answer would come or would not come. One day, this has got an anecdote to a story. Baba was neither in Mehrazad nor in Meherabad, because Mehrazad was under construction and he was in Govesh's father's bungalow, a bit away from Nagar. There was dilapidated outhouses, and since I was looking after the work at Mehrazad, on the way down I just went to see Baba, and I used to go to see Baba and give him the news about the progress of the work. So as usual, I go there about sundown time, lighting time. I was just sitting there, the Mandali was sitting there. Baba was in a very, very flowery mood. All of a sudden the information comes that Mr. Amir, the postmaster here of Arangaon during the camp time, has come with a couple of, with 3 friends of his. Baba said, all right, let them come in. They pay their respects to Baba and sit down. So Baba asks Mr. Amir, who is that friend of yours? He is Mr. So-and-so. Then who is that? He is Mr. So-and-so and he is a poet. Then the third one, he too writes poetry. Now mind you, this is only just 5 minutes incident. Baba gets into a mood, very lovely mood. He says, all right, just say something. Just say some poetry. Meaning thereby, Baba wanted to listen, and then he would have dilated on the whole subject. He was out to explain something. Now those fools look at their watch. Baba said, all right, sing something. They look at the watch. Baba, it is prayer time. We are going to pray. Finished. Cold water. Baba said, all right, go and pray. For 15 minutes they were gone, and after 15 minutes they came, and hardly half a minute they were allowed to sit, and Baba said, take your leave now. They lost the opportunity, they missed the bus. Why did they not pray in the first instance and then come to Baba? Baba had warmed up. Had that man said something of the Sufi poetry, they would have heard something from Baba. No, we all just felt it that way. Baba, it is prayer time. All right, go and pray. Go on. Finished. They dampened Baba's enthusiasm. So it's like this. You shouldn't dampen the enthusiasm, nor try to rouse them. You couldn't rouse them. No. You got to know the mood and then talk. When we did make mistakes in asking questions, and we kicked ourselves for asking such a rotten question. Why? The answer was nil. Say, Baba was not in a mood and I put a certain question. The answer would be none at all. Baba would react in such a way that he never heard my words at all. Should I not kick myself? Yes. That is, even thinking that Baba was in a good mood, or even while talking. If such an idiotic question was put, an idiotic question, or that has no bearing on that particular conversation, something idiotic was put to him, he would either nod the head, or he would just utter nothing at all, as if he never heard those words. So you got to know the moods of these masters. And we were very, very particular. Very particular. It comes after a time. You don't learn in a day. We learn the hard way. And by heavens, the hard way. You should live that life to live the hard way, learn the hard way.